If we allow this protest to take place or escalate, Mr. Speaker, we don't know where it stops. Mr. Speaker, just now we cut our salaries. Mr. Speaker, I want to appeal to executive to do so, from Mr. President to Vice President to ministers to chief executive officers of MDAs and parastatals. Let's all of us cut our salaries, put the money in government copper, provide short-term solutions to this problem, Mr. Speaker. People are hungry outside, Mr. Speaker. Even if it warrants to slash the cost of petroleum, revert back the hike of electricity, Mr. Speaker. Provide food, Mr. Speaker, for the people. If we can be able to provide these short-term plans, Mr. Speaker, I believe these young Nigerians will be ready to surrender and decline this planned protest, Mr. Speaker. This is my point, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Okay, so this particular House of Rep member seems to have maybe, for lack of better words, okay, maybe you can say a fair understanding of the situation of this country. Of course, I am not giving it to him 100% because I would love to see how much he has been talking before today. You can't possibly, but see, okay, see better than a lot who are hiding under economic recovery policies and programs that are not visible. And I'm asking, right, critically, what is this government doing about power? What is this government doing about security? What is this government doing about infrastructure, basic infrastructures, like roads, for example, right? Apart from all this, there is so much being done politically than being done in governance. Because, of course, you should understand that politics is different from governance. It is politics that precedes governance. So after politics has ended, governance begins. However, in Nigeria, and with prototype, with exact example of what we see with Tinubu's government, it is politics forever. You see all this sharing of money, grants, aid, money to poor people, all of them are still politics because it continues to circles in there. It is a way of telling their own party members thank you and quelling their anger or what people like to call their rage, as it were. So it's obvious that there is a particular disadvantage that we have with this government, and the fact that they are not people oriented. And then, okay, this young man is trying to become that voice of reasoning and talk. I appreciate the fact that he recognizes and then he's saying it to the ears of the people who are tone deaf and try to act dumb, that they do not hear, they do not see, but they keep lying. That's the problem. You keep lying that you tell me visibly, right? How has these policies or programs changed the course of the country? And then that is the vagueness of their conversation. They create, they make it sound as if there are things, but even you cannot even point out the things that these things are producing at the moment. For 1 year, somebody is in power, and then he says that he's having one of the reasons why I cannot even listen to these guys is because this was exactly the story they told in Buhari's 8 years. In fact, Buhari took his time to have selected ministers. About 6 months, there were no ministers. And then we were expecting bomb as a superlative idealist and solution-driven Nigerians. Only for us to see regular politicians, Rotimi Amici, Audu Ogbe, and a couple of all these guys that Jonathan's government even beat, right? Had some experts in Jonathan's government that you could hit your chest to say, these guys know what they're doing. And then after 4 years, they say that he has laid foundation for the next 4 years. We are going to see all the benefits of the next 4 years. And then 4 years was going to end. The Nigerians were saying no to this government. This is the worst we have seen. And then guess what this guy said? That what Buhari has done, the foundation Buhari has laid down, that you will know the benefit of it when the next government can come. Rig themselves for power, and now we are not hearing that Buhari ran the most inept, ineffective, crude, rude, rugged, and wicked government ever. In fact, in their own language, the steps and programs of Muhammadu Buhari was a disaster. Buhari took us to 20 years backward. What is 20 years? We were even better. Took us to the era of Buhari. He had to beat his own former era. Took us to the 80s. Shehu Shagari, Muhammadu Buhari, he took us back to that era. And now these same people are in power. Now they are telling. So how do you expect me to trust you? How do you expect me? And then I cannot even see. Then I'm asking. It's obvious that you are not doing anything about, at least, for example, power and security that are the most pertinent of our problem. Why do you begin to do your economic recovery measures, floating errors if you think you should, begin to work on foreign reserves, begin to, and we also see so many lies and propaganda with the fuel subsidy regime, with borrowings and all that. How can you be a country that is borrowing? You're spending 21 billion naira of the borrowed funds to renovate. So a lot of sensitivity here and there. And then, so when I hear people try to be on the other side to say, hold on, calm down. Yes, of course, it's our country, we shouldn't burn it down. But then when you say calm down for what exactly? What are we calming for? That this government would wake up and all these things that they are putting in place will wake up and will turn the country to Eduardo, when at least the most basic things that the people can see and feel, it's not being implemented, it's not being looked at, it's not a burden. And then everybody talk to who they talk to now? Who is talking to the president? Who is talking to the ministers? Who is talking? The VP was loud before the election. Of course, Tinubu has used Yoruba politics to silence that one. He's only jumping from one meeting to another to represent government that he doesn't even have the powers to implement whatever he's going to discuss. I beg you.